Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Elder Scrolls Library. My name is Aurelius, your lore master, and today we are reading and discussing Children of the Sky. The book Children of the Sky appears in 4 of the Elder Scrolls games: Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, and Elder Scrolls Online. This is a book about the origin of the Nords of Skyrim, as well as the power that the Nords possess in the Thu'um. Let's get into Children of the Sky. Children of the Sky. Nords consider themselves to be the children of the sky. They call Skyrim the throat of the world because it is where the sky exhaled on the land and formed them. They see themselves as eternal outsiders and invaders, and even when they conquer and rule another people, they feel no kinship with them. The breath and the voice are the vital essence of a Nord. When they defeat great enemies, they take their tongues as trophies. These are woven into ropes and can hold speech like an enchantment. The power of a Nord can be articulated into a shout, like the Kiai of an Akaviri swordsman. The strongest of their warriors are called tongues. When the Nords attack a city, they take no siege engines or cavalry. The tongues form in a wedge in front of the gatehouse and draw in breath. When the leader lets it out in a Kiai, the doors are blown in and the axemen rush into the city. Shouts can be used to sharpen blades or to strike enemies. A common effect is the shout that knocks an enemy back, or the power of command. A strong Nord can instill bravery in men with his battle cry, or stop a charging warrior with a roar. The greatest of the Nords can call to a specific people over hundreds of miles and can move by casting a shout, appearing where it lands. The most powerful Nords cannot speak without causing destruction. They must go gagged and communicate through a sign language and through scribing runes. The further north you go into Skyrim, the more powerful and elemental the people become, and the less they require dwellings and shelters. Wind is fundamental to Skyrim and the Nords. Those that live in the far wastes always carry a wind with them. So apparently the sky sneezed on Skyrim and created the Nords. I don't think I've heard that one before. But no, in all seriousness, I haven't encountered this story or reference to it very often. The sky exhaling on Skyrim and forming the Nords, which, according to the book, is why Nords see themselves as some kind of perpetual outsider, claiming that even when they conquer and rule over other people, they don't feel any real kinship toward them. This is an interesting take as an origin myth. The origin of the Nords has come up once or twice before in other books that I've covered, and it seems pretty clear on how they got there. Whether you believe in the Needs being indigenous to Cyrodiil, or Atmora ultimately being the origin for most of the races of men, it remains clear that the Atmoran expansion south into Tamriel does play a part in the creation of the Nords as a distinct people group. The story about being breathed into existence could be a metaphorical description rather than a literal one. The image being created in the story is that of the Nords coming from the sky. The sky could be referring to a place that is above Skyrim, above being in the geographical sense, with the continent of Atmora being to the north or above Tamriel. The rest of the book is about the Nords' relationship and use of the Thu'um. For everyone that remembers from the game Skyrim, a Thu'um is a shout, which seemingly may have been a far more prevalent ability in eras past. It describes these shouts as being similar to the Kiai of the Akaviri swordsman. Little is known about this ability aside from the references comparing it to the Thu'um. The book goes on to mention several of the shouts that we've seen in-game, as well as others that we have not. An example of a common shout being the one that knocks an enemy back. Fus Roda, anyone? Carrying on, we learn that some of the most powerful users of the voice, tongues as they are called, dare not even speak. They are often gagged to prevent unintentional utterances that could have devastating results. In any of the games, the closest we get to encountering anyone similar to this are the Greybeards of High Hrothgar in Skyrim. The book concludes with a few odd statements about the wind, stating, "Wind is fundamental to Skyrim and the Nords. Those that live in the far wastes always carry a wind with them." I'm not entirely sure what this comment means. Near as I can tell, it's referring back to the beginning of the book, where we learn the importance of wind and breath because of the Nords' belief about being breathed into existence by Kinnereth. The Thu'um is the power that still remains from their creation and is evidence of it in their minds. The Thu'um also being a power that can give control over the elements. What I'm getting at is they may refer to having people that can use the Thu'um to control the wind as taking the wind with you. Not sure on that one, it's just my best guess. Thank you so much for sticking around and listening. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell me what you think about this book in the comments below. And may the blessings of the 8 Divines be upon you.